Welcome back to Pluto Jackson's Monster Hunt. This is a 5th edition actual play campaign to celebrate the launch and the Kickstarter project for Monsters of Drakenheim, our latest project by the Dungeon Dudes to bring Pluto Jackson's Monster Slaying Guide, a sourcebook with over 150 new monsters for 5th edition, to life. My name is Monty Martin, running our campaign as Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, one of the other writers on this amazing project, and I'm so excited to share these adventures with you to showcase some of the amazing monsters that we're bringing to life in this book, as well as showcasing some of the awesome miniatures that have been designed for this Kickstarter campaign. The book isn't just a monster book, though. It is going to come packed with a bunch of lore, cool layers that you can run in some of the locations that you actually will get to see on our adventures in this show, as well as brand new deadly conditions that you'll see inflicted upon us, the players. You'll get to see a new crafting system in play over the course of these episodes. And so all of that is jam-packed into our book. There's lots of content, lots of monsters, and lots of horrible things to ruin your players' days with. And I'm going to be one of those players today getting my day ruined. And I'm joined today by some very good friends also prepared for their days to be ruined as well.
I'm Jill Denitis. I'm very excited to hopefully craft something today and really test out the system since we've been, collecting a lot of monster parts.
Yeah, and my name is Joe Gorman, and I'm also excited to see what the end result is. We've got this recipe. We're close enough that I feel like we can taste the magic. So I'm excited to see if we can get our hands on a crafted weapon.
Well, I'd say with that, let's jump right in and tell our tale. We go once again to deep in the dungeons of Nox, where, for those who are unaware, these stories are being told by Pluto Jackson to his longtime companions, Sebastian Crow and Veo Senya. So we're going to have a bit of a character switch as Kelly and Jill switch their characters to play those that they'll be playing in the story. And so, Pluto Jackson, as the campfire crackles, what lesson do you have to share with your friends?
It's important that you both know that this isn't the first quest I've gone on to create a magic sword. Technically, it's the only quest I've gone on to create a magic sword. This one we're going to steal. We're going to kill a guy and steal it. But on this other time, I went with my friends, my paid friends. My dad paid them to be my friends. Still counts as friends technically. There's like a exchange. It's like hiring. Anyways, it's like hiring movers. But what happens is we went to the space between worlds. We fought some monsters, and we were sort of led towards this like very. We sort of sensed this forge somewhere, and we knew that we needed to collect a few more parts, and so this is how we were able to find within the great space between worlds the...
You think that movers are your friends?
They're paid to be. 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 They're paid to be.
Dark in the night, they're looking for a fight. With the coals they tear, the devil bite. Turn around, try to hide, best to stay out of sight. Say a string, so we see money right. With a blade by his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Get around, grab your gear as the monsters are near. But we won't back down, we will face our fear. Like the troll, shatter blade and spear. Turn to the night. By his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Now we turn the tides for those left behind. Now we grit our teeth and we'll make things right. Now we know we can fight. Now we take back the night. Our will and the light can be taken tonight. Together we stand, shall breaking our hands. In the dark, we'll stand up and fight. By his side, we will stand and fight. With the
Pluto, Gemini, and Galatea, you brace yourselves, take a short rest,
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank God.
and begin your voyage across the trackless void that is the space between worlds. Here, in this part of the space between worlds, gravity is pretty broken. So, in this area, your willpower and your intelligence actually imbues you with a little bit of a flying speed.
Oh.
So, whatever your intelligence score is, that is the flying speed that you have here in this part of the space between worlds.
I'm moving backwards.
I am not moving.
No, our intelligence score.
Oh, score.
Yes, we're actually going at the same speed. Oh my God, I'm as smart as you. You idiot.
No.
I got an 18.
So you can round it up to round up. So 20-foot flying speed and
10.
10 and 10. Okay.
I'm sorry I called you an idiot.
I mean, if I'm an idiot, no, I'm not. We're not comparing intelligences right now. We all know that I'm the more intelligent one of the two of us.
And because there is no gravity, you don't fall here. Right? So you simply float. Okay.
We all float down.
Yeah. And you are able to leap from moat to moat to moat. Floating chunks of raw material and the detritus of abandoned worlds floating amidst massive delirium crystals crackling with arcane energy. If at any moment in the distance you spy nebula and spiraling galaxies far in the distance, some of which crash, collide, implode, escape, black holes consuming others, and in other places, supernova giving birth to new worlds as the dust of those stars are spread across cosmos. As you jump from rock to rock, you can place yourselves in the field, in the middle, somewhere in the middle.
Put me on that ledge, please.
Can you put me a little bit further?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do the three of you say to each other as you travel this strange place?
Look, keep an eye out for a star forge.
Do we know what a Starforge looks like?
A forge of shattered stars. So I imagine, think of what a star looks like, and imagine what it would look like if it was broken.
Yeah.
And
also where, like, maybe you would stick metal.
But the other thing we must consider is, do we have all the ingredients we need in order so we can get there? We don't necessarily have everything.
What's the book? Yeah.
We're
What are we
still
missing?
looking for a spinal fluid of a far dweller, and the bones of an aberration. Very strong aberration.
And we still need the animus also of a far...
What is a far... He wrote what a far dweller is, but did he write any descriptions of a far dweller?
It might be that if we just find and kill one far dweller, we could have everything we need to build this sword.
Is there an image, or did you do any sketches in this book of what they look like?
Yes, a far dweller is sketched at one page in the book, illustrating a vaguely humanoid creature, almost emaciated and thin in appearance, but its head is a mass of tentacles instead of a neck.
Oh, Pluto, this won't be any problem. You've killed people before. This is just a skinny person with no head.
Yeah, that sounds easy.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
And then we just take its bones and its spinal fluid.
And then we capture its animus, and from that we might have enough to create this sword.
Forge the sword.
Pluto Jackson leads us into the great unknown of the space between worlds.
Come on! And I jump from rock to rock.
Time to rock.
Write that down.
Pluto Jackson exclaimed, "Time to rock."
Gracefully leaping from fissure to fissure.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all great.
As you do so, you can all roll me a d6.
5.
6.
1.
Okay. Pluto, you can give me a perception check.
My greatest of all of my talents. Oh boy, I get a 14.
Okay. You barely perceive the creature before it is upon you. As you leap from one rock to the next, there are fields of gases that coalesce all around the rocks, and areas of mists and streams of eldritch energies. And from one of these places emerges a vile and maniacal creature, screaming in your minds as you witness it. It begins laughing in hysterical, dissonant tones and peers out at you with 3 unblinking dark pools of eyes, with a mass of fleshy tendrils and dozens of arms and hands dangling from its wispy mass. It ripples with black, purple, void-like hues and splashes of deep purples, as if its flesh was a moving reflection of the cosmos itself. The lurker on the threshold appears before you
Oh,
to attack.
gosh.
Is that what we're looking for?
That doesn't appear to be the same as the diagram of the...
Yeah, you're looking at the diagram, looking
Now-
at the creature.
Gemini, you have been so enthralled with the space between worlds that I need a perception check from you, and also with disadvantage and perception check as well. Otherwise, the two of you will be surprised. You don't have to roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I'll roll this
Galatea.
and an 8.
Perception? 7.
Okay. The two of you are surprised as this creature emerges out from the cosmos. Pluto, you are not. However,
Ha-ha.
roll for initiative.
Ha-ha!
Can't trust him this time. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
What do you got?
15.
15? Gemini?
11.
Pluto?
7.
Okay. Emerging to consume your mortal forms for daring to trespass, the lurker on the threshold emerges. First, as it descends, its eyes send out beams of cosmic rays. And each of you is struck by one of the rays. Roll a d4 each.
Come on, Nikki's.
2.
4.
3.
Okay, you all got a different result. So, Galatea, you got a 4.
Mhm.
You are struck by the existential dread ray.
I get hit with that one every day.
Okay? During your next turn, each time you take an action other than the dodge action, move more than 5 feet, or take a bonus action, you will suffer 46 psychic damage.
Oh. Okay.
Ow.
Gemini, what did you get?
2.
You have the memory lapse ray. I need you to make a DC 17 saving throw.
What kind of
And
saving?
intelligence.
Oh no. 17!
Okay, so you did not fail. The memory lapse ray on a failed save, but you didn't save. Had you failed, your memories would have become distant for 1 minute, While your memories are distant, you wouldn't have been able to cast spells, activate magic items, use your class features, understand language, and you would be making all ability checks with disadvantage. But you saved, so you're fine.
Oh my gosh. And what happened to me, Pluto, with 3?
You are struck by a disintegrating ray.
What about the memory one? Maybe it's just my memory.
You need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You got this.
Choo. Lucky.
Do you have advantage or not?
What happens?
You take 27 force damage.
Ow!
Are you reduced to 0 hit points?
No, thank goodness.
Okay, so you're not instantly killed. And it's just gonna fly over.
It zaps me?
Zaps you, yep. Okay, so Galatea, you're surprised. Gemini, you're surprised. Pluto, you're not surprised. What are you gonna do, bud?
Can I still be surprised?
Yeah, you can choose to do nothing with your turn. if you
No, I
wish.
meant just like surprised in the
Yeah.
sense of like getting hit by a beam of disintegration. Now, my movement speed doesn't count for much.
You can move normally and you can jump, but because there's no gravity, you have a fly speed equal to your intelligence. You won't fall, you'll just kind of float in space.
Can I push off and try to reach this creature?
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
I want to push off and like lunge at it. I would have loved that before. A 29.
Yeah, you leap off the edge and use the momentum to drift towards it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to strike it with my longsword.
Okay,
27 to hit.
that is a hit.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my distracting strike to do an additional 5 damage, and the next attack against it gets advantage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack it one more time, getting a critical miss.
Sorry, bud.
But I left that big opening.
As you strike it, it sprays its eldritch blood on you, and you from the wound, and you take 4 points of necrotic damage from hitting it.
And you know what? I'm gonna second wind, just because. Why not?
Okay.
That is my turn.
Yeah. It's gonna fire some more cosmic rays. All of you can roll a d4.
Oh my god. It can do that multiple times.
And there's no like.
Oh wait, that's a d6. That's not a d4. Go away.
4.
4.
You all got 4?
Yeah.
So you all get hit by existential dread rays. So during your next turn, if you take an action other than dodge, move more than 5 feet, or take a bonus action, you'll take 46 psychic damage.
Ouch.
So Galatea, it's your turn.
I think I can manage it. You know what? I am gonna try
Okay.
to cast Hold Monster on it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I need a Wisdom save. Well, yeah.
It gets an 18.
I think yeah, 16. It beat it.
Okay.
Oh,
It was a
good
try, we
Good
tried.
try. Good try.
You take 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
Would you like
What
to
am
know-
I even doing with my life?
Would you like to do anything else with your turn, such as move or take a bonus action? It'll only cost you psychic damage.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, Gemini. All of you are struck with existential dread.
This
we-
place sucks.
We need to have another monster that causes ennui.
My form of taking the dodge action is I get down and like curl on my knees and start rocking back and forth.
You're hiding behind this like pillar here.
Yeah, and I'm rocking back and forth, muttering about how I hate that you brought me here. I hate my entire life and what it's led to. I was supposed to be the greatest writer in the world, and instead I'm following this idiot around, writing stories about his great achievements, bringing us to the most deadly.
You should have been a baker.
I should have been a baker. Or maybe a gardener. The gardener seems okay. He's just at home planting flowers. Why couldn't I have been a gardener?
Happy people have such meaningless lives.
Wow.
Real existential.
And that's in this moment, Gemini is having this really bad crisis because he realizes had he chosen the path of a gardener, he wouldn't have been satisfied and he would have hated his life. But here he is, living his dreams, also hating his life. And there's no path that leads him to not hating his life.
No matter where you, the thing is that think of all the problems and hardships you've experienced in your life, and remember that the common denominator in all of them is you.
Oh, I don't want to remember that. I don't want to think about that.
So I take the dodge. I take the dodge action,
You lay there.
and I lay there.
Gemini, quick! Use your wit.
No,
On the bright side, no matter where you go, there you are.
no, I hate that. Now I'm stuck with myself. I don't even like myself.
Well, whose turn is it to die?
Pluto.
When you say, if I took the attack action, I don't take damage each time I attack.
No, you just take it because you're taking the action, so you get all the attacks.
But if I took a bonus action, I would also take damage.
Yes.
And if I moved, I would also take
Yes.
damage. I'm gonna take the attack action.
Okay.
I absorb the psychic damage with my brain.
Wait, really?
No, I absorb it.
Like you absorb 14 points of damage to the noggin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right into the noggin.
14 points of sadness.
I was supposed to be a fighter. And I get a. That's better. 22 to hit
That does connect.
for
Against this creature's impossible form.
For 12 damage.
Okay.
And I'm so happy that no one attacked it, wasting my distracting strike. That was really great.
Sorry, I was worried about my life.
I'm not. And then a 26 to hit.
And you've hit it twice, so its Eldritch Blood does another 6 necrotic damage to you, plus 2 hits.
Doing an additional 13 damage.
Okay.
And what else can I do? I'm gonna try it again. Distracting strike. Maybe my team will do something. Doing an additional 1 damage.
Okay. Well, it's gonna send some more cosmic rays out at y'all. Let's get some D4s.
Not a
Oh
4.
man,
Come on,
not
eggs.
a 4.
4!
And there's no save against forest.
No, against nothing can save
I
you
got
from
3.
existential dread.
I got 3.
2.
2. So Pluto, you get the memory lapse ray.
Oh, good.
Intelligence saving throw.
Try to take away my spellcasting. I get a 9.
So yeah, you can't cast spells, activate magic items, use your class features, understand language, and you make ability checks with disadvantage.
So nothing's changed. No, that's actually the.
You
the
can't
class
use
features
Battle
is a
Master
thing.
maneuvers.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
use Battle Master maneuvers.
Your longsword is a magic item. And so is your javelin of lightning.
Yeah, but activating a magic item is if it you can still
Okay.
attack with it. Yeah,
But I can't read a spell.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, drink
Cool,
a
cool.
potion. Yeah,
And I got 3.
you got 3. So that is the contaminating ray. Give me a
Cool.
con save.
20.
Oh, you succeed. So
So
you
surprised.
take 8 necrotic damage, but don't gain a contamination level.
All right, we're good. Well, you're not good. You just are.
Having an existential
There's
crisis.
so much
An
existential crisis.
absolute crisis. I'm going to accomplish nothing despite being the most talented one. Oh no!
Your loud cries are
Just
gonna draw
remember
more
that no
monsters.
matter how hard you strive, no matter how hard you do, there will always be someone out there in the world who's done better than you.
and younger.
Yeah,
Never
and
there's-
they did it better than you. They did it earlier than you. They kept their career going longer than you did.
They're more humble.
They're more humble. They're more successful. They managed to do all those things while having a vibrant social life.
They serve their community better than you.
Yeah. They raised a family at the same time. Yeah.
A larger family.
Yeah.
More obstacles.
Why do I even try?
So Galatea is just wailing into the.
Into the space between worlds.
Oh no! This is a really, really horrible monster.
Okay, Galatea, it is your turn.
As I'm crying. Pluto, just be strong. And I cast polymorph on you into a giant T-Rex. I think I can do that at this level, right?
Oh yeah! Here. Let's just.
I feel like
It still has a fly speed, right?
Yeah, what's the T-Rex's intelligence?
Oh, you ready?
You have the thing, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot. His intelligence is 2,
So yeah, it has a fly speed of 5 feet.
and it's only if I do my arms really quick.
Space Rex.
Can I have like a
Spaceosaurus
cool bubble
Rex.
yeah,
helmet?
you definitely have a bubble helmet.
Yeah.
T-Rex with a bubble helmet.
Spaceosaurus Rex.
Space dinosaurs.
In any case, though, because you did do something other than the existential dread does cause you to take 10 points of psychic damage.
Does that trigger a?
It happens when you take the action, so
Okay.
it's not going to immediately prompt concentration.
That's
Yeah.
actually kind of nice.
I might as well. What else am I doing with my life? Anyways.
Gemini.
Shaking off those feelings. See, Galatea's wailing has actually caused me to be like, oh, she's much worse off than I am.
Glad I'm not that.
Yeah, glad I'm not that messed up. I hear her be like, I am not humble enough. And I'm like, well, I don't have that problem. I know that no one is as humble as I. And I'm going to cast Hex on the creature.
On the Lurker.
And then I'm going to start blasting it with some Eldritch
I
Blast.
started blasting.
Yeah, get it.
That's going to be 17.
It's a hit.
Nice.
All right. And I'm going to just roll my other one as well. That's going to be 16.
Also a hit.
All right.
You send tons of blood spilling out everywhere, hitting Pluto for 18 necrotic damage.
Oh, my paycheck.
He can handle it. He's a
18?
T-Rex.
18.
That'll be 16 damage on it.
Okay. Pluto, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attempt to bite the giant creature.
All right.
I'm also going to choose Strength for its
Okay.
Yeah.
ability.
I get a 26 to hit.
Okay.
Dealing 28 piercing damage.
Ow.
And is it medium or smaller?
No.
Then ignore everything else. So I bite into
It
it
is
with my
bloodied, though.
large mouth. Thank you.
Just hold
Okay.
that there for you.
Yeah. And I can't attack with my tail because can't attack the same creature.
Alrighty. Well,
My tail touches a rock.
okay.
Feels weird.
It is pretty unperturbed by being near this T-Rex, so it's going to continue to send out its scintillating cosmic rays. D-Force.
Eggs, come on.
Ooh, I got a 1.
No!
How many? That's four turns in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't leave that easily.
No.
Existential
Honestly,
dread is hard to get rid of.
Hard
Yeah.
to shake. It's hard to shake in the moment.
I feel like if you get it 4 times, it's permanent now.
just a permanent state of
Always
existential
be-
dread.
be a nugget.
I got a 2.
You got,
I got
2.
a 1. I got a different one this time.
Okay, so for you it's the contaminating ray, and for you it's the memory lapse ray.
Contaminating is just...
Con save.
Oh, con save. Oh, boy.
Oh, is it? Because last...
I think I got it wrong one turn.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Ooh, I got an 18.
You succeed, so you only take 8 necrotic damage.
And mine is an intelligence save?
Yes.
I got an 18.
Well, at least I'm causing existential dread.
Yeah.
Existential dread ray is the best ability.
That's so good.
But the fact that it just... Oh, maybe it should be a save ends effect. I don't know.
No, this is
I
great.
mean-
I love this.
I mean, it is, but 46 isn't super punishing.
No.
Like, I know it's...
No.
Like,
What CR is this creature?
11.
like the
Good to know, but...
The 46, I don't think is like... Yeah, it doesn't feel super punishing. Like,
No.
attacking
Well,
it or
unless you
casting
do
spell.
move, take a bonus action,
If you're
and
trying
an
to do-
action. Yeah, then you give yourself 12d6
You
psychic
kind of have to
damage.
decide
Yeah.
what's the most important
Yeah.
and whether you can be okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're level 10 characters, and I think we're handling it. We'll see how we end up.
Well, Galatea...
No, I'm crawling up in a little ball on the ground. You're like, dodge.
Do you start... Maybe,
I
maybe
roll.
you step off and you just start floating.
just floating in space in a little ball.
And, like, just emotionless. You're just, like, floating through the void. Just...
Staring off.
You've given up.
Lost.
What is the point? What is the point? What is the point?
If there's any meaning to this life, you're not going to find it here.
So deep.
Oh, Galatea is so sad.
Or anywhere else, for that matter.
Oh, man.
This has only been like 30 seconds, right? This has been like the hardest 30 seconds of your life.
Yeah. All right.
Keep
So you're
shooting.
just going to dodge and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Rolling up into a little ball
Gotta
is
maintain
probably
my-
the best way to deal with existential dread.
Yeah.
Gotta maintain my concentration somehow.
Yeah. Just concentrate on transformation. Concentrate on transformation.
As a free flavor text for the moment, I quickly tie a rope around Galatea and then one around the rock just so that she's bobbing like a balloon. As she's curled in her little ball. I'm like, you just stay there.
Just with a little bit of slack
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
appearing, and then it...
Just leave me to float. You don't leave me.
But for my turn, I will just, I guess, can I push off?
Yeah, give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay. I got an 11.
Okay. You push off. What we'll do is, what is your movement speed?
10.
No, what is your regular
Oh.
movement speed?
40.
40? Okay. So what we'll do is, I'm going to roll 2d10 and add half your speed. And
Okay.
that's... Or wait, no. Because you could actually have pushed off too far, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So
40-10?
Yeah, I'm going to roll 4d10, and I'm going to add half your movement speed, and we'll see how far you go.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Oh. So you overshoot yourself.
You go sailing past?
You go sailing past.
Question. Did I pass close enough to take a swing at him as I flail by?
As you flail by? Yeah, sure. But you do flail by, you slide by, and he's going to get an opportunity attack against you.
I have mobile, so if I'm taking the slash at him... But I guess... Okay, I'm going to rule against myself, because I can't really be mobile
Yeah, when
I'm
you're
floating.
pushing off.
So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
argue against myself there.
So he gets a 25 to hit you.
Great.
So you take 12 necrotic damage, and actually, it grapples you. So you sail off, and it just goes, snatch!
Oh,
Oh, good. Great.
thanks, buddy.
So you are restrained, so you will have disadvantage on your attacks against it.
Superb. This is everything I wanted
This
to
is
happen.
exactly what you
I
wanted to
probably
happen.
would have been better off Eldritch Blasting. But I was like, "I'll save us," and then I.
It's got me! Help!
Help!
Help, Gemini! Or, you're Gemini.
I yelled at, "Help, Gemini!" Good. I roll a natural 1, and I will take my second attack,
The balloon.
and I get a 21.
Okay, that does hit.
That's a nice hit.
And I'm going to, just because of the, I'm going to use a Blade Flourish. I'm going to, use my pumping up the AC. And I'm going to do 21 damage.
And you both take 5 necrotic damage from its Eldritch Blood.
And my AC went up by 8.
How much damage?
21.
Okay.
And we took 8 damage.
4.
4.
Sorry. Yeah. Pluto, it's your turn.
I continue to try to bite this.
Chompity, chomp.
I crunch down on him, getting a 19 to hit
Okay.
for. Oh no. A 10, a 9, and a 2, and a 2. So 19, 20, 23, 30 damage.
Okay.
Chomp, chomp.
Honestly, he's gonna fly over here.
But
You go with him?
Yeah, he's gonna take Gemini with him.
is there an opportunity attack from the T-Rex?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You're gonna get chomped.
Chomp him.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
But you won't be able to grab him with the chomp.
No,
Yeah.
no, just the regular chomp. That's a good one too. That was way better. 22, 34 damage.
Okay.
So he just kind of like plucks me and starts floating away.
And I'm biting at his tentacles and.
Yeah. And so what it will do is it is going to it's going to fire cosmic rays. It's going to fire a cosmic ray at you.
Do it, I dare you.
Because it likes it.
Yeah,
likes
it
to
does.
See it?
3.
That's the contaminating ray.
We all wanted another.
We all did. Okay. Con save.
Okay. Oh, 23.
Okay.
So is the contaminating ray 1 and 3?
No, it's 3. I just misread my own monster.
And then do I roll as well? Is he attacking?
No, he's not actually going to fire a ray at you because as a T-Rex, you actually pose no threat to him.
What?
Because you're a T-Rex, you can't get to him.
Oh. Oh.
So then what he's going to do is just proceed to use the rest of his arms to rip you apart.
Yeah, you can try. I have a pretty good AC right now.
What is it?
26 at the moment, and I can still cast shield.
Oh.
Oh, I actually don't know if well, he doesn't really know that, so... Oh, he crits you.
Come on.
And that won't hit.
You know what? I'm going to silvery barbs a crit.
Boo words.
Did I need shield at all, or?
No, you
Okay.
wouldn't have needed
Alright.
shield. And honestly, you already used your reaction. Boo.
That was
Boo.
clutch.
Okay. Well, it wasn't clutch. He was clutching him, and he was trying to rip him apart, but actually...
You were just gonna like.
I'm going to give advantage to myself from the silvery barbs.
Okay. With that, we go to Galatea.
Okay. Knowing that the T-Rex is far away, I'm going to vortex warp you over to it.
Oh! Womp.
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 Yeah!
The old Vwomp Chomp.
Womp.
The old Vwomp and Chomp.
and I get up and I go, I can do things. I am great.
Where have you
this
been?
is why I'm here.
Where have you been so far?
All right, Gemini, we're over to you, bud.
No, you've been great. You've been great. Nice job, Galatea.
I got you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
That was very helpful.
Have I? No, I haven't. I'm still concentrating on Hex.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to. I would
And
normally.
you are still restrained by it.
So my advantage is just going to equal out to
Yeah.
even. I got a 28 to hit,
Does hit.
and I'm going to use another plus an extra d6, and another bardic inspiration. So that's going to be 18 damage.
Okay.
And my AC goes up by 3, and then I'm going to take.
And the Eldritch Blood is going to do another 9 damage to both you and Pluto.
Do I have to roll a Constitution or
Concentration check, technically, yeah.
I get a 20,
Hex
22.
is still up then, yeah.
And then I'm going to swing at it again.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, this time with disadvantage. Getting a 13.
It's gonna be a miss.
Okay. Cool.
Pluto, over to you, buddy.
With being vortex warped, I also want to use my tail to create sort of like, like a torpedo style thing.
So
I
you
wanna,
want...
Your
and
propeller.
propeller
Okay.
towards it, and I'm gonna try to bite it.
Okay.
I get a 13.
It's a miss.
My propeller works horribly against me.
Okay. I thought it was dead this turn, but I guess it gets one more turn.
Yeah, it
So
does.
we'll send one more set of cosmic rays out.
Oh. 3.
1.
4.
Existential dread. You get a 1.
Yeah.
Disintegrating ray.
Oh no.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I should have been a T-Rex.
10.
You take 27 force damage.
Okay.
Does it reduce you to 0?
Nope.
Okay. What did you
And
get?
I got a 3, so that's the mental.
Contaminating ray.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which is Constitution.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
That is a failed save. You take 16 necrotic damage and gain 1 level of contamination.
I'm gonna roll a d6.
Yeah, see if you mutate.
Mutate.
4.
Oh.
No, mutation.
They're always so good.
Wanted to
I know, that's why actually one of the magic items in Pluto Jackson's Monster Slaying Guide is the Potion of Mutation. And it just is a potion that you can drink to mutate.
Is it like you get to roll twice?
You
and
get to roll
choose?
twice and choose which mutation you want.
Yeah.
Can you craft it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's craftable. Yes, it is craftable.
Hope
You
everybody-
need the blood of an aberration and an animus from an aberration and an organ from an aberration
Oh.
to craft it. But you guys don't know the recipe. But technically, yeah, it's pretty easy to craft because we were like, mutations are just too fun.
Yeah, and also they're not like game breaking.
We are adding the goal is to add a expanded mutation table.
Got it.
Yep.
Might be a stretch goal.
I
Yep.
have to roll for concentration.
Yep.
What is the...
It would be DC 13. You're good.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're still...
It is your turn, Galatea.
Can you finish it?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna fireball it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Good play. It fails its saving throw.
Nice. Melted.
26.
You blow it up. You know what the solution to existential dread is?
Fire.
Fire. Blowing things up. Just getting at your...
Destroying things.
Especially the
I love
target
this.
here.
The existential dread ray is
So
the cream of the crop.
Look at those little eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
It's
Where
such a
does it
creepy
shoot its
monster.
rays from? Its head?
Yeah, from its eyes.
And does
right?
it have a number of rays that are... How does that...
It is 4 different rays, and you just roll it.
But like,
shoots-
how many can it shoot on a turn? Is it every
three,
ray?
it's 3 rays.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect for a party of 3.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice job, Galatea.
You're a dinosaur.
And I'm just like spinning in space wildly.
As the existential dread passes from the destroyed lurker on the threshold, what would you like to harvest from it?
Oh,
I unpolymorph.
Thank you.
there's something we need from this thing.
Yeah, we
What
do.
is
We
it?
need its animus.
I take its bones.
Or the bones.
Yes. It has it's despite its strange constitution, you can get the arm bones of the lurker on the threshold. Other things that would be valuable to it would be its tendrils, and its and basically, it doesn't have blood, but it has like its aberrant ichor that you could take from it, or its eyes, which are its organs.
Yeah. I think I'll take the eyes because I think we need the far. This is not the far dweller. So
No.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take its eyes. Eyes from. Remind me the name of it.
Eyes from a lurker on the threshold.
And
You're
Fresh.
you took the bone.
I got the bones.
I will take the hide or the skin.
Yeah. It's kind of like this weirdly translucent skin.
Gross.
Well, with the creature defeated, you see not far in the distance that glimmering shattered star in the that you've been following. You're getting closer and closer towards it. And as you continue through the void, eventually you come to a rather strange sight. A large floating mass in the void, suspended upon the surface of it, is a miniature fragment of a star. And above it, this glowing orb of energy feeds into a platform where a great anvil and forge has been set up, made of strange, otherworldly metal and buttressed by oddly shaped crystalline formations. This surely must be the Shattered Star Forge. And there, hovering about the forge, almost pacing impatiently, in the air hovers an emaciated humanoid figure whose head is a mass of light purple tentacles. And as you get closer, you can feel it tugging on the edges of your mind.
As we were walking over here, could I... Floating over here, yeah.
Sorry,
could I have drank a couple
Yeah, for
greater
sure.
healing potions?
Getting ready to enter the Star Forge.
I'm going to do 3 charges of my restored appointment.
Looking at the ripped pages of the book, and it's like that scene where I'm holding up the diagram of the creature we need to kill, and then lower it, and it's floating over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey guys, it's a...
Resonating in your mind, the alien creature feels like it can gently probe your thoughts. But what you experience is not words, but flashes of images. As you see in your mind the vision of the mage Elmenkainen transforming into this creature. The contamination of the space between worlds eventually overwhelming him and turning him into one of the creatures that he was seeking to create his own blade. And in this, you see the sensation of Elmenkainen subduing the 3 of you and transforming you into creatures like itself, so that it may harvest your own essence to finish his great work. There's a sense of, finally, my trap has lured mortals to bring me what I need to finish my work.
Hey.
But you can't use the sword. The sword's my sword.
You really logicked him there.
Yeah.
You got him.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep it simple.
Battle over.
What will you do?
I flash in my mind a crude drawing of me stabbing him in the face with my sword.
Nice. Well, in that case, you can roll for initiative.
You did it.
Is the message received?
You got it.
That's my
Advantage double ones.
I rolled that today too.
What do we got for Pluto?
Yeah. 2.
Pluto for 2. Galatea?
8.
8 for Galatea. Gemini?
20.
20 for
You
Gemini.
got this for us.
Oh my gosh, carry us.
And for the Far Dweller, I have a... What is your dexterity? I have a 17. So Gemini, you are the first to act. Hop, skip, and a jump?
Yeah. Hopping over to the next platform, I take out my quill and I tap it to my forehead, and a beam fires from my forehead at the creature, and I'm going to need an intelligence saving throw against Psychic Lance.
It gets a 20.
you're going to take half damage and not
No,
be...
it's immune to psychic damage.
I figured.
Yeah, that...
Kind of.
We shared thoughts. We shared a moment. It's like,
What did you show in your mind?
I showed, like, as I fired at it, I was so confident that I was about to blow this thing up. And so it receives an image of it blowing up, and it just sends back, like, a message failed to send, like, failure to send. I get, like, a...
Error 405.
Oh.
Very generic error.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I really...
You attacked a psychic creature.
I thought that I could I wanted to prove to him that I was the one with the higher intellect. And it backfired.
Okay. It hovers forward.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And as it does so, it reaches out towards you, Pluto,
Okay.
and it plucks your puppet strings using its bonus action. I need you to make an wisdom saving throw.
Hua! I get a 7.
Okay, you take 14 psychic damage, and you immediately use your reaction to charge over to Galatea and stab her.
Take this, fiend! I get a 17.
Shield.
Whack!
Oh, you make the attack with advantage, actually.
Oh. 19.
Shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And then it's going to use its action to cast and what it's going to do is it's just going to very carefully fly to there. So it's out of range of counterspell. And it is going to cast Siphon Time on the three of you.
Oh.
And so Siphon Time is one of our spells in Sebastian Crow's. Is a contaminated spell, but it doesn't care because it's a contaminated creature. So what it's going to do is it seizes upon the flow of time around up to 3 creatures, drawing seconds from them to use them yourself. I need a wisdom saving throw from each of you.
18.
21.
11.
Okay. You two do succeed, but Pluto fails. Pluto, you can't take reactions. On your turn, you must either move, take an action, or a bonus action. You can only choose one of the 3. And a creature affected by the spell can spend its action to try to pull back the threads of time. If it does, it can make another wisdom save, and on a successful save, the spell ends.
Oh.
Okay. Well, at least one other creature is affected by the spell. It gains an additional action on each of its turns, which it's going to use to mind scramble you all. Are any of you concentrating on a spell currently?
No.
Okay, so you can all make intelligence saving throws.
12.
19.
27.
Gemini does fail. Gemini, you take 21 psychic damage.
I am also immune to... No, I'm not.
And the other 2 of you take 10.
Woo!
And that's its turn.
Ow! It did so many things.
Yeah,
Ow!
yeah. Galatea, it's your turn.
All right. I am. I'm going to activate my Blade Song as my bonus action, and I am gonna toss a fireball at it, trying to break some. What I assume is concentration, but we'll see. So fireball.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm still blazing from the last battle.
I gotta say that this works, even though this is kind of weird, because the spell doesn't say this. But okay, it's gonna use its reaction, which it would take when it takes damage to cast Vanish to the space between worlds. Even though it's in the space between worlds is lots of spaces, so it vanishes to another part of the space between worlds.
It spaces to the space between
The space between the space between worlds.
Yeah.
After it takes damage or before it takes damage?
When you cast a spell, you vanish from your current plane of existence and appear in the space between worlds, avoiding the triggering damage.
Ah.
Sneaky.
So it just disappears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Snap out of it, Pluto!
Ah! I'm sorry I attacked you.
Are you
Yeah?
sorry?
I'm very sorry. Didn't mean to.
Alrighty. And, Pluto, it's your turn.
I try to break out of this. I try to grasp onto my threads of reality with a. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try for it.
How many Indomitable uses
This is
you?
my last lucky.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You're still siphoned of time.
Yeah, I'm all out of Indomitable, and now I'm all out of lucky.
Gemini.
He's just gone.
He's vanished to the space between worlds. And in fact, there's a space between the space between worlds as well. It spaces between worlds all the way down.
Oh no! There's a lot of pockets.
You ever hear about that thing about, like, you know, if you have to cross a distance and you're halfway across the distance, and each second you get halfway, you'll never get there, because each time it's half of half of half of
Because
half
you
of
approach
half of
infinity
half.
without actually
Yes,
reaching
yes,
it.
Yeah.
yes, and it's the between, 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 the between.
But he only went one layer down, right?
It's Inception. Man, I keep hacking the wrong spells for the episode.
Can anybody else help me grasp on?
I mean,
or is it a personal endeavor?
Punch it.
I mean, when you waste time, that's your fault. No one can help you hold on to lost time.
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast.
All right, good move.
Yeah, I like that.
Good move. Alrighty. Well, in that case, it's the Far Dweller. So I guess pop.
And I Eldritch Blast. So I started blasting. That's going to be 16.
That. I think that hits. Let me just double check. I don't think I get an AC 17. Yeah, it does hit.
Nice.
It's going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
It doesn't have the same impact without Hex.
Keeps his concentration.
Do you get another shot?
You do
though?
technically get 2 beams when you ready Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, and that's going to be a 28
His concentration's still good.
for 7 more damage.
Okay. So what he's going to do is he's going to use his first bonus action to pluck the puppet strings on can't pluck Pluto's puppet strings because he can't take reactions. So he's going to pluck Galatea's puppet strings. Need a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, wisdom.
You can hit me back.
22.
Okay, you do not get your puppet strings plucked.
Dry as a...
In that case,
Those
what
strings.
he will do is then he's going to use his action. He's going to first fly up to Gemini and use his and then use his extra action from Siphon Time to make a contaminated touch against you, getting a 20 to hit.
Running low. We're going to... I'm going to accept it.
Okay.
He's thinking about it.
It's going to be 15 necrotic damage, and I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
I got 19.
Okay,
Nice.
you don't gain a level of contamination.
Darn.
Then he's going to use his regular action to cast Comet Shards against you. It's a contaminated spell. You shatter a delirium fragment in your hand into 3 glowing comet-like motes of magical force, which you hurl at your foes. Each comet hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A comet deals 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier force damage to the target and pushes it 10 feet away from you. The comets all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. So they're all going to hit Gemini. So Gemini, you're going to take a total of 30 force damage.
Oh boy.
And you're gonna get pushed 30 feet. Just boom! So you're like floating in midair
Ah!
back that way.
Jeez.
I have a book to write. Don't kill me. That was
Okay.
Wilhelm's voice.
Galatea, it's
Your
your
voice
turn.
can change when you get hit by a
All
comet.
right.
It's-
I am going to run past Pluto and jump off the side of this towards this
Yeah.
creature. And I'm going to Booming Blade.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully. Let's see. 17.
It is a hit.
Oh, okay. 10 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
And if it willingly moves 5 feet or more before the start of my next turn, it takes an extra 1d8 damage.
Okay.
Actually 2d8, sorry. And then a second, just with my rapier. Ooh, okay, that was. That is 25 to hit.
Also a hit. Your blade strikes true against this contaminated monster.
8 damage.
Okay. Pluto, we're over to you.
I'm gonna, because I can't move, attack, and bonus action, right? I give no reactions. I'm just gonna start hucking javelins.
Okay. So you can only make one weapon attack.
Okay, I huck my biggest, pointiest javelin.
Okay.
I crit.
Okay. In that case, it's going to vanish to the space between worlds.
No! As it's about to make contact, poof!
Does that count as movement?
No, it doesn't.
And the javelin smashes into the forge.
Can it always how often can it disappear to the space between worlds?
It is a reaction. Do you remember the stats?
No.
Okay.
Every reaction?
And then I go, muffins.
Like the ones that you had earlier. That
Yeah, that
you liked
had
some
us.
more.
Yeah, and it made both of its,
Nice.
it did make both of its concentration checks from before. Gemini, you're floating in space after being comet sharded.
I'm going to use my turn to bravely drink my last potion,
Well done.
perhaps allowing me to survive this. And then I'm going to use my movement to slowly swim.
Okay. The Far Dweller's going to reemerge here.
Hey.
First thing it's going to do is it's going to pluck Galatea's puppet strings.
Wisdom?
Yep.
26.
Nice.
Darn. Okay. Just a cool move that this can do for anyone else that does it is plucking puppet strings forces the target to move, which means the target does provoke opportunity attacks.
Ooh.
So it can reappear, pluck your strings, get a free attack against you with its reaction, send you back. But yeah, unfortunately.
And it's also the contaminated one, right?
Yeah.
Does that go with when it disappears too? Like it can disappear and do the opportunity attack?
that would use its reaction, so it wouldn't be able to disappear the next turn.
Okay.
So it works best with its when it has minions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So it reappears. What it will do, though, is it will do a contaminated touch with its action on you, Galatea. Missing. But you know what?
It still has its extra attack, right?
I'm using its one attack for the contaminated touch. And then what it will do is it will comet shards you, Galatea. So 30 force damage.
It's just take
It
it.
hits automatically. Yep.
34?
30 force.
30.
And it pushes you also 30 feet back.
Hey!
Yeah. And then he'll just...
Hey.
Okay. Galatea.
Okay. He's really far back. I am going to... give this a go. I'm going to cast Slow
Oh, interesting.
on him.
Okay. I get a 24.
That's
Sorry.
Good try, good try.
No, it's fine. Okay, yep. I attempted. I am gonna move though. Can I fly? I can fly. 20.
You're a
You
little
get
fast.
blasted back and just sail right past me because I'm like there like
Still.
I go most of the way. I get blasted and I just I murderous in my eyes, like I'm ready to take.
Oh no!
Gemini, no.
Oh!
You're so slow and stupid.
Pluto.
Is he out of range? Is this creature out of range of my javelins now?
It would, yeah, it's long range.
I'm gonna try to break its grasp.
Okay.
Oh! I kneel.
Sorry, bud.
I lay down.
You're
Okay.
curling a ball.
I'm having my own existential crisis.
Okay.
I'm useless.
Gemini actually is next.
It's so mean.
Do I have anything affecting me right now? I
No.
don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna hex him. Wait,
Okay.
that's 90 feet. Is
Yeah, you're in range.
Okay, and then I'm gonna blast him.
Yeah. That's it.
Getting a 23 and a crit.
Okay, he's gonna vanish the space between worlds.
From which one?
For the crit.
So he still takes the damage from the first one,
Yeah.
which would be 12 damage.
Okay. Ow. He appears back. Pop. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay. He's gonna cast Comet Shards. He's gonna throw 2 Comet Shards at Galatea and 1 at Gemini. So 20 for Galatea, 10 for Gemini. Pushes you both back so you're beside each other,
Oh no.
and then flies forward and is going to pluck Gemini's puppet strings.
You got this.
You can do it.
Puppet strings.
What save is it?
lucky or
Wisdom.
anything?
No.
Good.
Wait. No. Do I have anything?
Anyone got any silvery barbs left?
I'm gonna silvery. Wait, I can't silvery barbs.
I do, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, I
It
got
has to
a
be.
9.
Okay. What you got? You gonna attack Galatea?
You want me to swipe a sword at it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
How you guys doing on hit points?
No, not good.
Not great.
How you doing?
Not. Like I'm gonna kill her. Okay,
Well, let's see. Let's see what
No.
I got a
happens.
16 to hit.
No. Remember, I'm blade songed.
Okay, I'm gonna. Do I take my second swing?
You only take 1 swing with
Oh,
plucking
good.
puppet strings. You do take 10 psychic damage though from getting your puppet strings plucked.
Oh.
And I think then the only other thing that it will do is it'll use its extra action to dodge.
Oh.
Alrighty, Galatea.
Okay.
Is it bloodied or anything?
No,
I haven't done anything.
this dude's a bastard. This monster's so good.
I did taunt him.
Yeah.
I did taunt him. Turn yourself into something big.
Oh, yeah, but then if I get hit, that's the concentration. It's I am going to cast
Go for it.
summon elemental.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do an air elemental because it can fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might just die. But I can move away from you.
I'm worried we're all gonna die. I don't know how to hit this thing.
I can't even get out of this
Yeah.
thing. Like the wisdom save is so hard. I've been rolling under 10 over and over and over.
There you go.
There's your air elemental.
Okay.
Galatea.
So he gets 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll both. They're with disadvantage because he dodged, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just read that.
It's your attack bonus.
20.
Oh, it hits.
Nice.
And I have no more uses of vanish.
Ooh. And then I'm gonna...
Only 3 uses.
Oh, really?
Only 3 uses of vanish to the space between worlds.
Thank goodness.
Wow. Okay, I rolled 2 19s on the
Okay,
die.
both
That's the
hit.
other one, so it's 24 damage
From 2 attacks?
from 2 attacks.
Nice.
It breaks his concentration on Siphon Time. And leaves him bloodied.
We're doing it.
We're doing it!
This is the turning point.
We're doing it!
It's the play of the game.
And just in case I am gonna move 45 feet away from Gemini. Just in case. Just over here.
That's fair. I can still Eldritch Blast you. Though.
Yeah, just in case.
My Eldritch Blast is not as accurate as my sword.
Oh, good. Okay.
So,
yes.
less
Choose
likely.
less accurate.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure that I didn't put in Siphon Time that you get stunned.
Just in case.
Like real. Because Siphon Time is like slow and haste all at once.
Like you get hasted and they get slowed.
Yeah. But yes, fortunately it doesn't have the the whole when you're
Wait, fortunately or
unfortunately for you guys.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it a contaminated spell?
It is.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So its Siphon Time is over, so Gemini, it is your turn.
He's still hexed.
Mm-hmm.
Have I feel like I would have. Did I need to make concentration checks on hex? I think
You
I've
took
been
10 damage.
Yeah, I think I've been getting hit pretty mildly.
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep blasting then.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my full speed. Here I go. And then
Whoa! Like the wind.
I'm gonna start.
Watch out,
blasting.
Air Elemental.
Roll a 1. Let's try again.
You were going
I
too
rolled
fast.
a 2. I rolled a 2.
You were going too fast. For
Going
your own
too
good.
fast there,
You
man.
flew right past him.
Ah, psh, psh, oh. That's it.
He's also dodging, so he's just like,
Oh yeah, he was dodging, so I have disadvantage on those rolls.
Let's see if you can.
My 1
Turn it.
was not an 18, and my 2 was not a 9.
okay. Well, Pluto, it's over to you, bud.
I finally shaking it off. I want to leap at this creature. Can I?
Yeah.
Get him!
Disadvantage because he's dodging.
Oh, good.
Can you roll lower than that?
I can try.
Yeah,
can
you
you
can
let me try? I'm gonna use precision strike to get a 16.
That hits.
Yes!
Good use of precision.
Dealing 14 damage,
Okay.
and then I attack him again
Get him.
with disadvantage, getting I don't think a 14 will hit, so I'm gonna precision strike for an 18
It hits.
for 17 damage.
I had 13 hit points left.
Rip out his spine!
Yeah, I fillet him.
Nice.
I peel his spine from his body.
So had you not killed him that turn, I would have been able to mind scramble you all.
Oh no.
And 2 of you were concentrating on spells, so you would have had a disadvantage on your saving throws.
And I would have died.
I would have died.
And we all would have died. Because I would have been paralyzed as you
Yeah.
just like
Down to the wire.
I had 8 hit points left.
big shout out to the air elemental. That was a huge
That
was the turning
changed
point.
it around. Yeah. That
You know, also just fighting this thing, so I forgot its stats. And I was starting to be like, we gotta do something about that disappear to the space between worlds. But the second that he lost the ability to do that, the battle flipped.
Yes.
It's like battling this thing is like a war of attrition where you need to last through.
Yes, exactly, because it only has 90 hit points.
Yeah.
So the vanish to the space between worlds basically means that it gets to do things for basically 3 turns
Yeah.
of being annoying, and then it just pops super fast as soon as it doesn't have vanish to the space between worlds anymore.
You know how
and
I knew
and
you
the
forgot
the counter strategy of readying actions for when it reappears
Yeah.
is a really good move.
I like that.
play
Yeah.
against it. Right?
Readying your shot so when it
Yeah.
appears, you just go bang.
Yeah.
But it is pretty deadly. Like when it like it only got siphon time off against one of you, but like if it
Hey,
gets
Two?
no, Pluto was the
only
only one that
it
failed.
incapacitated
Yeah,
me for like
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
right. Yes, and like then it can do so much more
Oh,
with
yeah.
its mind
puppet
scramble
string
and
deal.
puppet strings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the puppet strings that was just like,
Oh.
whenever we're hitting each other, that's always tough.
yeah.
I mean, he is supposed to be like
Yeah, he was
kind
tough.
of he's not an epic boss, but he's like
No.
kind of the big show of the Space Between Worlds monsters.
Yes.
Go get his animus. No.
And this
not
is his
animus.
Yeah,
Fine.
you want his
We
animus
want
and
his
his spinal
animus,
fluid.
right? Yeah.
And here's
Yeah.
his spine. Right
I'm gonna
here.
go get his animus. We ripped out the spine.
Yeah, we got this. So you collected the spinal fluid.
Yeah.
You collected the animus. I'm just going to collect his regular fluid. I don't know why that sounds weird. Fluid from a far dweller. The forge is before us, and we have the spinal fluid from a far dweller, tail barbs from a warp marauder, hide of a warp marauder, bones of an aberration CR11 or higher, and animus of a far dweller. And we are at the Forge of the Shattered Stars, I believe.
Which is a very rare forge.
Pluto.
You guys should drink some potions.
I was gonna
and then
say-
I'm gonna
I'm out of
shove-
potions.
I'm gonna
Here's a
drink
potion.
1, 2,
I'm going to drink one of your
I'll
potions.
give you
40.
2 potions
Oh, thank you.
of,
That's 40.
of greater healing.
Thank you so much. I feel much better. Okay. Collectively, does it work like a normal forge?
Yeah.
Oh,
I started smelting.
Can I fire up the bellows, stoke the flames, ready the... There's like a cat eye somewhere, I assume.
Yeah.
There's some fur on something.
So the great news. So we've got a couple different rules for this that for very rare and legendary forges, we have a couple ways that you can actually have a combat encounter and skill challenge as part of crafting an item, if you want to run that. But you guys have already finished the scavenger hunt. You're here. You've cleared the way, and you are now able to build the blade.
Hammer!
I'm doing firebolt in the forge. Keep it
Flip it.
warm. And the fire or the air elemental is blowing into
yeah,
it.
it's
We're working
cooling it.
together.
Spinal
Yeah.
fluid.
Yeah. So
Spinal fluid.
the sword between worlds. This otherworldly blade is made from star metal steel, a potent alloy produced by combining iron with carbon extracted from the bones of powerful aberrant creatures. During the forging process, the blade is quenched in the spinal fluids of a far dweller to draw out extraplanar forces. The resulting metal has an octarine sheen, which reflects possible worlds and other realities. The grip and crossbar guard are decorated with the barbs and leather of a warp marauder, and the pommel is set with a delirium crystal containing the eldritch essence of the far dweller that powers the weapon's magic.
As we finish the blade, I hand it. Pluto, hold it up. Show the world your strength.
What is it? What can it do?
You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls using this magical weapon. Once per turn, when you score a critical hit or reduce a creature to 0 hit points using this weapon, immediately after the attack, you can teleport to an unoccupied space within 120 feet you can see, no action required. And if you transport yourself to an unoccupied space that is within 5 feet of another creature, you can make one weapon attack against that creature with this weapon as part of the same action. So the flavor of this is imagining like as you swing your sword, it's as if the possible realities where you're attacking one person and another converge into one, and you're pulled into the reality, like pulled across worlds. And when holding the blade, you can also use an action to cast Dimension Door once per short rest. However, there's a curse on the Sword Between Worlds.
No.
You have disadvantage on any saving throw against a spell or other effect which forcibly teleports you or would send you to another plane of existence.
Oh.
Easy.
How often do you get teleported? Anyways.
I mean, you teleported me earlier.
So, for example, you would have disadvantage on saving throws against Vortex Warp and Banishment while you hold this.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Unless you want to be vortex warped.
Well, we've done it. This is going to be a great chapter in the book, and you've created a blade that people will remember for years to come, and Pluto Jackson will be known as the wielder of the Sword Between Worlds.
I think it has this other cool feature that if I throw it, it comes back to me, and I hurl it.
It sails off into the void.
Wait, is it coming back, Pluto?
No,
Wait for it.
it didn't say anything about that in here.
Wait for it.
Pluto. Pluto, we just spent hours forging that blade.
It's coming back.
Pluto, you just threw the sword between worlds, the most powerful blade ever conceived.
Oh, it's definitely gone.
Where we stand there, and then it like smash cuts to like.
Well, no. You throw it, and actually, as it's flying out, it gets hit by a bolt of lightning and turns into a flock of doves.
That's the only consistent thing that's happened in the space between worlds.
And I go over and I grab it. Pluto, we worked so hard to get that!
Well, that was fun. We should probably head home. My dad's probably wondering why the shed isn't finished being cleaned up yet.
Galatea, I'd say it's tea time.
If it's not, I'm going to. Let us go get. Let's just go get some tea because
Let's all go get some tea.
we need to add something a bit stronger to our tea. All right.
I would say so. Pluto, good job. And I turn around and start slowly.
Slowly swimming back to the portal and returning back to Jackson Keep empty-handed. Although one of the doves does come with you.
Oh, yeah. And we'll name it... What was the name of the man that we slayed? Or...
Elman Cannon.
Yeah, it's
Elman.
it's Elman Cannon. We'll name him Elman
You are
Cannon.
my new familiar. Because I didn't bring mine with me this time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's our crafting rules and some new monsters in Monsters of Dragonheim. and with that, our scene will shift back to our heroes recanting the story.
And I think what I really learned that day was that if you love something, you let it go, and if it was meant to be, it will come back to you. And that's the story about how I held the sword between worlds for about 30 seconds. It was great. It was a great sword. Never got to use it.
Pluto, we've gone on this epic adventure to try to find a sword powerful enough to slay our greatest foes. Are you just gonna throw it? Are you just gonna get this sword and then throw it at our enemies and then assume that's gonna do something?
I've learned.
Is that the play?
I've learned my lesson.
Have you? I've seen you throw a lot of things.
Yeah, my javelin every time comes back to me.
Not all weapons that are thrown come back to you.
Well, now I know that. Again, like it felt right in the moment. And I was completely wrong.
Alden Kanan's work is one of the most renowned works in the Academy history of magic item creation. The Sword Between Worlds was only ever rumored and whispered about. The idea that you held one of the most sought-after blades in existence.
Held and threw.
And you know what? I might actually be telling you the truth, because how else would he know that name?
Pluto Jackson would not know about the Sword Between Worlds unless he actually...
And also, it explains why I don't currently have the Sword Between Worlds. And I probably should have omitted that last part and came up with some like more grand solution as to why I don't carry it. But I felt in that moment I should have been honest.
And that is where we'll end for today. A big thank you to our amazing cast, Jill, Kelly, and Joe, for playing. Hope you enjoyed our lovely adventure and seeing some of the new monsters in the Monsters of Drakenheim and Pluto Jackson's Monster Slaying Guide, as well as a bit of a demo of how the crafting system works. This is kind of the basic form where you can see as a game master, you can give your players a cool recipe for a magic item, set up a bunch of encounters that they can go on. Don't have to be as linear as we were here, but we wanted to showcase the monsters at the same time, and then have them find a location where they can actually craft that item. And so this is our way of having a no gold, no downtime, no skill checks based crafting system that still lets players drive the action and decide what they want to build and create. How does it feel?
Just don't throw it away.
Yeah.
After
just
you
don't
craft
throw it away.
it.
Don't
Okay.
toss the weapon.
There needed to be a canon reason why Jackson couldn't hold the sword currently.
I also wanted to say a big thank you to Kyle for all of his amazing work behind the scenes. Thank you, Kyle. And also a big thank you to Monty Martin for running. I always love seeing the space between worlds. It's always so fun.
And what a tough monster, too.
Yeah.
Very, very strong, and really gave us a run for our money.
He's only challenge rating 8.
That monster, though, has like this distinct turning point that I think players are going to... They don't real... Me forgetting what we wrote for him, because he was one of the earliest monsters we made.
Yeah.
So forgetting that, I was like, this thing's unkillable. And then immediately, as soon as he couldn't disappear anymore, it was a different story.
But he
Yeah.
dodged 2 crits
Yes.
with that ability,
Yeah.
which is like... That's a ton of mitigation.
And a fireball.
That's
He-
really cool.
He's essentially
Yeah,
a
and
monster that, like, you have to ready all your actions, or it's going to last 3 rounds. And that's it. It's like after round 3, you can nuke it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Super fun.
And of course, if you would like to use this fun monster and more in your games, follow the links below. Our Monsters of Drakenheim Kickstarter is live now, and you can back the project, get in on the early access to the book that will be starting probably later on this year when we do our backer playtest, as well as get lots of tons of awesome goodies, such as the miniatures that we have had sculpted for the project. These have been designed by our team at Ghostfire Gaming, and they have been 3D printed and painted by the amazing team at 4 Realms of Chaos. So what's really cool is that with all the minis that we have been making for this project, they're going to be available both as STLs that you can 3D print yourself, or you can get them manufactured at the factory to you. So they don't come pre-painted. But what's really cool is that we've had all the prototypes 3D printed and painted by the studio at 4 Realms of Chaos, which is awesome because we've been able to do all of the minis. The 3D printed versions all come pre-supported. So if you do have a 3D printer at home and you've been doing 3D printing, it's a great way to get all the minis digitally. And if you don't, or if you're not into 3D printing, sounds like a lot of work, it is, you can get we'll get the factory versions manufactured for you as well. Yeah.
Also, if you head over to our Instagram, we're going to have photos posted of all the miniatures that we have released so far. So if you want to see more close-up images of the painted miniatures that will be available in this Kickstarter. Again, they don't come painted, but you can get an idea of what they could look like if you're a good painter. Mine will never look as good as these ones, but they'll look pretty good still. So head on over to our Instagram to check that out, and make sure to back the Kickstarter. The links are all in the description of this video.
Next week is the last week of the Kickstarter, but we will have more episodes of Pluto Jackson's Monster Hunt showing you even more monsters from the series. So be sure to turn in for that. But until then, we will see you next time in Drakenheim.
Dark in the night, for a fight, foes they tear, take a devil bite. Run, try to hide, best to stay out of sight. Take a shrink, so we see morning rise. Blades by his side, we will stand and fight. With the brave and bold, join the hunt tonight. Around, grab your gear as the monsters are near. Now we won't back down, face our fear. As a sword, shatter flame, spear. Visions of night won't break us here. Blades by his side, we will stand and fight. Let the brave and bold join the hunt tonight. Turn the tide for those left behind. Now we grit our teeth and we'll make things right. Now we know we can fight. Now we take back the night. Our will and the light can be taken tonight. Together we stand, shields breaking our hands. In the dark, we'll stand up and fight.